What if it was a message, a beacon, or even a delivery sent across the cosmos with a specific destination in mind? Our solar system. At first, astronomers thought it might become the brightest comet in decades, visible to the naked eye. But then, something strange happened. Comet Atlas started to fall apart. It fragmented into multiple pieces and faded away, a celestial firework that fizzled out before the main show. Now, imagine a slightly different history. What if that spectacular comet, ATLAS, wasn't from around here? What if it was the third interstellar visitor we ever detected, earning the designation 3I Atlas? An object that came from another star, journeyed for millions of years, and then, just as it reached us, disintegrated. Most scientists would tell you that comets break up all the time. The sun's heat and gravity are brutal. But let's put on our speculative hats. What if the disintegration of this hypothetical 3I Atlas wasn't a natural process? What if it was programmed? What if this object was an extraterrestrial probe designed to do exactly what it did? Break apart and disperse its contents right in our cosmic neighborhood. Think about it. If a highly advanced civilization wanted to seed life, or even just the building blocks of life across the galaxy, how would they do it? Launching a giant, durable starship to every single promising star system would be incredibly inefficient. You'd need billions of them. But what if you could launch smaller, more disposable seed pods? This is the concept of panspermia, not the natural version where life hitches a ride on asteroids, but directed panspermia, a deliberate, targeted effort to spread life. Our hypothetical 3I Atlas could be the perfect delivery vehicle. It travels for eons in a frozen, dormant state. Its trajectory is calculated with impossible precision to intersect with a young solar system that has a planet in the habitable zone like Earth. As it approaches the target star, the probe activates the sun's warmth, initiates a pre-programmed sequence. The comet's structure is designed to be weak, to fragment under specific gravitational and thermal stress. It doesn't crash into the planet, which would sterilize anything it carried. Instead, it breaks up in orbit, creating a cloud of dust and ice. This cloud would be filled with more than just rock. It could contain complex organic molecules, the essential amino acids, sugars, and lipids needed for life. Or, taking it a step further, it might carry extremophiles hardy single-celled organisms, engineered to survive the vacuum of space and the fiery re-entry into a planet's atmosphere. Imagine this dust cloud gently settling over a young, water-covered Earth, billions upon billions of microscopic seeds raining down into the primordial oceans. Most wouldn't survive, but it would only take one single microbe finding a hospitable environment, a volcanic vent, or a warm little pond, to begin the chain of evolution that would eventually lead to everything we see around us today. So, why would a civilization do this? Maybe they were facing their own extinction and wanted their legacy to live on. Or perhaps they were cosmic gardeners, driven by a philosophical or scientific imperative to spread life throughout the universe, seeing barren planets as wasted potential. They wouldn't be trying to conquer us, but to create us. If this sounds like science fiction, well, it is. But it's rooted in some very real scientific principles. We know that the building blocks of life exist in comets and asteroids within our own solar system. We've found amino acids on meteorites, so the idea that an interstellar comet could carry them isn't far-fetched at all. The real leap is the intent. How could we ever prove that an object like our imaginary 3i atlas was artificial? This is where things get tricky. We'd need to find evidence that couldn't be explained by nature. For example, if we analyzed the fragments and found elements in ratios that don't occur naturally, or if we found complex, manufactured structures within the debris. Think of the Oumuamua object, the first interstellar visitor. Its weird, elongated shape and its slight non-gravitational acceleration sparked a huge debate. Was it a natural object of a type we'd never seen before, or was it, as some scientists like Avi Loeb have proposed, a piece of alien technology? A solar sail, perhaps? Now apply that same scrutiny to our disintegrating comet. If it were a probe, its fragmentation wouldn't be random. Maybe the pieces would spread out in a specific, mathematically precise pattern to maximize atmospheric seeding. Or maybe the chemical composition of the dust would be too uniform, too perfectly mixed to be the result of a chaotic natural breakup. Of course, the most compelling evidence would be finding something that was undeniably biological and clearly not from Earth. Imagine capturing a fragment and discovering fossilized microbes with a completely different biochemistry. Using different amino acids or even a different kind of DNA. That would be the smoking gun. It would be the single greatest discovery in human history. It would prove that we are not alone, and more than that, it would suggest that our very existence might be the result of a deliberate act by an ancient, unknowable intelligence. It would reframe our entire understanding of our place in the cosmos. We wouldn't just be a cosmic accident, but the descendants of a long-lost ancestor from another star. This theory of a delivery comet solves a few problems. It explains why we haven't been visited by towering spaceships. Why send a whole crew on a million-year journey when a simple, self-destructing drone can do the job? It's elegant, efficient, and almost impossible to detect after the fact. The evidence literally dissolves into the background noise of the solar system. So, the next time you look up at the night sky and see a faint streak of light from a distant comet, remember this. You might be watching a simple ball of ice and rock on its lonely journey. Or, just maybe, you're witnessing the final moments of an ancient messenger completing a mission that began 1,000,000 years ago in a solar system far, far away. A mission to deliver the spark of life. This idea that Comet Atlas could have been an interstellar seed pod is a work of imagination, but it highlights how one small change in an Object-S story can open up a universe of incredible possibilities. It reminds us to keep asking what if, because sometimes the most outlandish questions lead to the most profound discoveries. Thanks so much for exploring this cosmic what if with me today. If you enjoyed this journey into speculative science, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And for more content that challenges what we think we know about the universe, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I'd love to hear your own theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.